right now I'm working the most I ever have in my life, and I feel fulfilled. And before I was working crazy hours. I switched over to this roofing job. I'm like, there's good money in roofing. It's spring. There's hail right now. This is perfect, because I had a certain standard for myself. If I didn't make this amount of time by the time I turned 25, I'm going to just start doing roofing sales, even though fitness coaching was my passion. And I made money where I was able to pay my bills and save doing fitness coaching, but I had this certain standard for myself by a certain age. So I started doing roofing sales. And what happened is I would put more and more time into that, and I would put fitness coaching on the back burner. And that's fine for a season. That was perfectly fine for a season. But what happened is my lust for life started to go, because I genuinely love fitness, bro. Like, no matter how busy my schedule was, or no matter how crazy or messed up my life has ever been, I still was consistent with the gym. Like, I started working out consistently with weights. I actually started working out consistently at the age of 11, but with weights, when my parents divorced. And I was always a great athlete growing up. I'm sure you guys see me doing dunks and flips and benching 455 and all this sort of crazy stuff. I keep flexing. I'm like, dips with 300. No, just, yeah, But whenever I started lifting, I got close to getting a world record. My first year, I was lifting weights for my age and weight for bench press. I was like 5-10 pounds off. And I was like, this is what I want to do. I loved it. I loved going in the gym and seeing I could put up 5 more pounds on my bench, 5 more pounds on my pull-ups. And I just love seeing my body grow. I just was so adapt to it. And what's interesting is, whenever it came to sports, I like the training for it even more than the sport itself. Like, I still like sports, and I love playing sports with my friends growing up. Probably favorite part of my childhood was that. But I liked seeing how high I could jump, how I could train to jump higher, I could train to run faster, I could train to get stronger. And that was my passion. That really was my passion. So after that, I dedicated all my time to studying and training how to get better results. Whether it was a strength goal I had at the time, increasing my vertical, packing on muscle. And I'm not going to get into that, but high school was a tough time for me. I had some stuff happen in my family too, so I really didn't know how to deal with it, and I was isolating myself, which later I had to put myself back out there again. But the point that I bring that up is because fitness was like my best friend. Like, I did it to myself. I just wanted to be alone. I didn't want to be drug out a certain way or anything like that. And I was like, I just want to pursue this one thing as hard as I can. And that's what I did. And you guys see me at age 16 and 17 and 18, and 16, 17, 18-year-olds just don't look like that. I was fully dedicated to that, fully locked in, right? And I remember in high school too, I would write these notes. It wasn't for a school project. I was like, I'm going to post this on Instagram. I'm going to post these workout programs. I'm going to train my friends. And I would write certain friends' names that I would have and then post their results. And it's interesting because so much of what I wrote down in high school, I just ended up doing later. And this is something I always wanted to do. I would start posting on a fitness account on Instagram. And for 2 years, I didn't get even maybe 500 followers. I know not over 1,000 for sure. And then eventually it took off, and I was like, what? This is crazy. I'm going to be a fitness influencer. But yeah, I've done different jobs along the way. I've done different things along the way. And back to my point before, I did a whole loop. I start working this job, getting more leads, filing more claims, all that stuff, working these crazy hours. And I was thinking to myself, no matter how much money I make doing this, I wouldn't be happy. And during this time, I'm still getting my workouts in. I'm still getting my meals right, taking care of my health. And I'm like, no matter how much money I make, I'm not complete. This doesn't feel right. I don't want to live life like this. And it's because this is genuinely what I want to do. I want to do fitness coaching. This is my thing. And, I don't even necessarily want to do the influencer thing. For a little bit when I was younger, I was like, man, I want to be an influencer, you know what I mean? And in some ways I am, I guess. But more so, I want to coach people because this is something I'm so passionate about. And even times in my life where I had everything else going wrong, I had this dialed in. And this is something that I'm able to give to other people and strategize and help them with. And whenever I do that and I see people change, it feels so good to me because I know what it's done for me. I remember there was a time I just wanted to give up on it. And I did for 3 months. And I was just like, is this even worth anything? So I just was like, here's a program from my friend. Here's some macros. I was like, I'm just going to coach some people for free, give it out. They might not even do it, right? One of my friends loses 25 pounds in 2 months, 3 months, something like that, following the plan. And he gets stronger than he's ever been. He loses 25 pounds. He keeps getting stronger, packing on muscle. He's benching 110s in the gym now at like 180, weight, 6'2". And he keeps calling me. He's like, bro, this is a life changer, bro. This has changed my life. I've been in the gym for forever now, but this is changing my life. And he would just keep saying that this is changing his life. And for me, it's been something I've been doing so long that I can't even imagine life without it. But like, if I try to imagine my life right now, if I stopped working out and take care of how much worse it would be. So this is something I've had, so I've just been used to it. But boom, it's been into his life, and I see how he changes, the excitement that he has, how it's changing in his body. And he's like, I want to bring this to as many people as possible. This is amazing. And that gave me the confidence to get back into coaching. And whenever I started doing it again, and every time he'd give me that call, I would feel fulfillment. And after these long days of doing roofing and roofing sales, I would come home and just be exhausted. But whenever I would get home and I would start working, I'd start posting on Instagram, making reels, helping clients, I'd feel energy, I'd feel fulfillment. And I was like, this is how I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my purpose. And for some people, it's like they get it 1 month, 2, 3, 4, and it just takes off. That's not necessarily my situation. And a lot of people are in that situation. And even though it's like that for me right now, I know this is my purpose. Because when I do it, how I feel that level of fulfillment, and how I see people's life actually change. Like for me, for example, I knew how to heal my herniated disc. Any injury I've ever had, I knew how to heal it because I've been obsessed with studying the body and how it can adapt. So I've always healed myself, even sicknesses, how to eat differently to heal myself. And with the craziest schedules right now, full-time roofing sales and running a fitness coaching business, still getting my workouts in. And sometimes while I'm doing this, it feels like I have more free time than whenever I was just doing roofing, because I actually enjoy what I'm doing, and it's purpose driven. But I don't know if there's a point of this video that I specifically want you guys to hear, but it's like, whatever your purpose is, even if you're working a full-time job, a family, you're having a kid, whatever it is, you're going to feel so much better pursuing that. And you don't have to quit what you're doing currently. You can keep pursuing it with whatever's going on in your life. I mean, sure, it is an option to quit everything, go all in. That's an option too, but you don't have to. And another thing too is transforming your fitness, your health, the quality of life, the difference it is. Like my friend was saying, he didn't even know he was fat until he lost 20 pounds, and now his abs are just starting to show. Until he felt so much lighter and he had more energy while eating less. He didn't realize the situation he was in until he was making the changes. So many people don't even realize the situation they're in with their health and fitness until they start making that change. If you guys want to tap in with me, that friend I was telling you about, he's actually a mindset coach. We have 3 coaches in my program for accountability, mindset, motivation, and then I take care of the fitness and strategy to fit it into your day-to-day, your work day, how to get the right nutrition so you can be on point with your goals. and get into the best shape of your life and have it to where you understand everything and know how to implement it, so you only need a coaching program one time. If you guys want to learn more about that, click the link below. I'm going to put my call link, and you're going to talk to either me or somebody on my team, one of my certified coaches. And even if you leave the call, if you're still uncertain in booking the call because you're like, I don't know if I'm going to get in the program or not, book a call anyway, because we have something for everybody, and you're going to leave the call with some sort of value.